Hey everyone, it's TJ. Today I'm going to be talking about Inositol because it's one of those supplements you never really hear about, but it has shown great results for people with OCD, anxiety, depression, and sleep problems. It's kind of regarded as a B vitamin, but it's not officially labeled a B vitamin, and it's one of those supplements that's kind of confusing. So I'm going to go over it, its benefits, how to take it, the different variations, and how it can possibly help you. Inositol is present in your entire body. It's technically called vitamin B8. And it helps with fatty acid metabolism, it helps with your liver, bringing down cholesterol levels, and it's involved in almost every cell in your body. Neurotransmitters in your brain need it in order to function properly. So if you don't have enough of it in your body, you're not going to feel very good. Most people are consuming 500 to 1,000 milligrams of inositol per day on their own. It's not very common to be deficient in it. You're not going to see it on a nutritional label, but it's commonly found in things like rice, nuts, legumes, meat, and citrus fruits. Now, before I get into the actual powder, just regular inositol that you can take, there's a few different versions that are out there, and so it's kind of confusing. The first one is choline-inositol together. Now, both choline and inositol are regarded as part of the B vitamin family, and choline has essential part in basically every cell. It also is in your liver. And the reason why some people have combined it together is because they kind of have a synergistic effect. If you take both together, they can kind of work because inositol can help with certain production so that choline can produce more. And with that, choline becomes acetylcholine, which your body uses in the brain to accelerate memory, learning, focus. And so some people say, hey, if you take choline and inositol together, it's going to have a better effect. Those people that are doing that are mostly the people that are into nootropics and stuff like smart drugs. I don't know if you've ever heard of paracetam, modafinil, those sorts of things. And so that's not really for anxiety and depression. It's more for those people that are just trying to get a memory boost, think quicker, smarter, and they just do it for a temporary work enhancement. Another form is D-Chiro-Inositol. Now, it's kind of debatable if it actually is inositol. Some people say it is, and I've read some stuff that says it's actually kind of separate from it. I'm not really sure. It's sometimes shortened to DCI, and it's not really involved with anxiety and depression. It's more associated with things like diabetes because it can help with insulin, and PCOS or polycystic ovarian syndrome. One popular form of inositol, that's actually right here, I'm not going to try and pronounce it at this moment, is when you combine inositol and niacin together. Because I don't know if you've seen my posts on niacin, but niacin can actually be great for people with depression and anxiety because a lot of people that are lacking in niacin, if you're missing out on niacin, you're not going to produce enough serotonin because L-tryptophan, the amino acid that's used to produce serotonin, if you don't have enough niacin in your body will actually convert that L-tryptophan into niacin. So if you don't have enough niacin, your body's going to be using a lot of that amino acid, that building block for serotonin, to produce that instead of the serotonin. And so this version of inositol is basically inositol and niacin combined. It's basically a way so that people can take niacin without having to deal with that side effect of the red flush. So if you just take straight up niacin, a lot of people, they get what's called the flush, to get all itchy and you're just going nuts and you're like, holy crap, why did I take this? I feel like I'm going to die, I'm itching all over. And so the main reason people take this version, is so you don't have to get the flush with regular niacin, so they can still benefit from the effects of niacin without turning like as red as an apple. Another version of inositol is inositol hexaphosphate, or IP6, or phytic acid. Again, that one doesn't have anything to do with anxiety and depression. It's mostly to help prevent cancer. Okay, so there's a bunch of different inositols. People aren't even really sure if these ones are inositol or if it's actually chemically active, and then you combine it with niacin. There's a bunch of different stuff out there, but inositol powder, just straight up inositol is what we're talking about. That's all you need for anxiety and depression. And the main benefits of it, other than just the general health benefits of it, because it's involved with cell metabolism, it helps with fatty acids, it helps your liver. If you don't have enough choline or inositol, your liver is going to have a buildup of fatty acids and it's going to eventually get damaged or have failure. But inositol, it's involved with producing serotonin. And so most of the time, I mean, most people in the depression, it's all about serotonin. It's all about serotonin. It's not always about serotonin, but a lot of times if you have that bad mood, you hate yourself, low self-esteem, constant ruminating, obsessive thoughts, that can be due to low serotonin. So most people, they go down the antidepressant route. They try that because, hey, I need more serotonin, that doesn't work. Then they hear about L-tryptophan or 5-HTP, but no one ever really hears about inositol. Inositol has an effect on serotonin, and it's more calming. It's very smart. It's a lot more subtle than those other supplements. And so if you have OCD, PTSD, sleep problems, anxiety, inositol can be something that you can try. How much inositol do you take? What's the dose? If you're just looking for general health benefits, 500 milligrams, I guess 500 milligrams twice per day for general health benefits if you just want to help your cells function better, your liver. If you have insomnia, you want to take 2 grams right before you go to sleep. They showed that with OCD, people, if they took 18 grams per day, it helped an improvement in there. And then studies have shown that if you take 12 grams per day, that's an effective dose for panic disorder. As far as my experience with inositol, I had taken it in the past before, just a little bit more, just slow dosing throughout the day. This is when I was really depressed. It's, you know, I was coming out of my 11-year-long confusing battle with depression. I was just gone Selects, all these different antidepressants. So I was basically taking, you know, vitamin C, multivitamins, fish oil, inositol, taking like every supplement just to get my body functioning properly. So I was just taking a small amount of it throughout the day just for the overall health benefits. Haven't really taken it since. However, doing this, I was like, wait a minute, what about for insomnia? Because sometimes I kind of have some problems sleeping. I'm not sleeping long enough, and I got to do all this stuff like eye mask, earplugs, everything dark, purposely fall asleep. So I don't know if you guys know those people that they literally can fall asleep whenever they want. They could be just sitting there in mid-conversation and just doze off, or they're just sitting there watching TV. Like a lot of people, what they'll do, they'll just lay in bed, you know, flick on some TV show or movie, just chill back, and then all of a sudden they wake up and the TV's on, like, hey, wait, oh, I just got 8 or 9 hours of sleep. That's never been me. Never. Like if I need to sleep, so what I have to purposely be like, okay, it's time to sleep now. Okay, body, now it's time. If I'm doing stuff, if I'm watching something, there's not a chance that I'm going to fall asleep. So kind of a bad habit, but normally at night I'll lay down, I'll kind of watch a few videos on my phone while I'm in bed. I got the night shift on, so it's like yellow. I mean, it blocks out the blue light, so it doesn't mess with my circadian rhythm. And then I have to consciously say, okay, time to go to sleep, put the phone down, eye mask on, lay back and be like, okay. And then I wait, you know, 10 to 15 minutes. Eventually I fall asleep. So I have to purposely fall asleep. If I don't do that, I can sit there watching videos all night. I'm never going to fall asleep. So I took 2 grams of inositol for 3 nights in a row. What happened was, the first time I did it, I just took a little bit of cashew butter before I like to do that before I go to bed, keep my glucose regular so my sleep's better. Did that, about 2 grams of inositol powder in some water, drank it, and then I lay down. I started doing kind of my bad habit. I'm watching videos on my phone. All of a sudden, next thing I know, I'm waking up, and I still have my phone in my hand, and I'm waking up like, holy cow! I fell asleep without even knowing it. It's pretty crazy. And actually, I'll put a screenshot right here. You should be able to see I actually got a lot more deep sleep than normal, which is really good because I have some health issues I'm going through right now. I'm trying to heal from overstress and all this different stuff. Totally different story. And so deep sleep helps with more physical restoration. And so I got more deep sleep. What happened as well is throughout the day when I was taking inositol, I felt calmer. It was almost weird because I'm a little more type A wired kind of guy. And throughout the day I was like feeling really calm. I was like, this is kind of weird. Like I don't normally feel this calm. So I did 3 nights, all 3 nights, slept better. I tracked it the entire time, and I was more calm, so I had those after effects last throughout the day. Very natural feeling, very restorative, didn't feel any weird at all. Sometimes if I take 5-HTP or tryptophan, it's more like just forcing myself to go to sleep, and I wake up and, you know, I felt like I took something. But with inositol, it's very natural, slept deeper, and so it's one of those things I'm just going to keep in my back pocket. So if I need some good sleep, 2 grams before bed, 1 or 2 nights, get my sleep back. So the stuff that I took, J.I.R.O. formulas, I always trust that brand. I have tried different brands in the past. There's a lot of ones that work. Inositol is pretty straightforward, pharmaceutical grade. And so I just got that. It's powder. It's super easy. It's tasteless. You just mix it in water, drink it, go to sleep. Or if you're using it, you know, for panic disorder or OCD, take it throughout the day and then see if it works for you. It's relatively harmless, water soluble. So as far as the side effects, it's very rare, very small. It's generally a risk-free, just to say, hey, if I got anxiety, I'm stressed, I got insomnia, it's something you can try to see if it can help you. Okay guys, I hope that helped you. Basically, inositol, it's a very cheap, safe compound. It's not technically a B vitamin, but they still kind of call it vitamin B8. There's a lot of different forms, niacin bonded to it, different versions can help with cancer or different problems. But just regular inositol powder can be a great way to help you get sleep. If you have OCD or panic disorder, it's been clinically studied, 12 or 18 grams throughout the day to actually help with those problems. And so it's something you can give a try. So anxiety, OCD, depression, sleep problems, give inositol a try. It's relatively safe, no side effects, cheap. Go for it. Let us all know how it worked. Take care.